Hello, online crew. How are we going today? I hope you're having an awesome day, whatever part of the day it is for you. I'm excited. I'm always excited at the beginning of the week. It could be Tuesday morning for those of you early hours of UK or Australia, or it could be Monday night for some of you in the US, Canada, etc. Whatever it is, it's the beginning of the week where I share some kind of video, thought-provoking video on self-improvement, self-love, personal development, something to get your brain ticking. And today is no different. So I am talking about some words that some people have absolutely no idea what it means, and we absolutely must need to know what these words mean. I'm probably talking a bit gibberish, but did anyone pick in the description, I had the words with lines. Did anyone pick what those words would be? So I know I'm being a bit cryptic, but we're going to talk about something really important today, because the words that I'm going to talk about today are critical to your success, not only in the online world, online business, but in life, in your relationships, in your happiness, in your health, in your finances, all of the above. So stay with me, because we got some tough love today, guys. Tough love. So welcome. If we've not met before, my name is Helen Martin. This is me, and that's Henry right there. Henry's my little fish. He's my little bot when I have him plugged in, and he mans Palm Cove when I'm not around. So we have a community here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in network marketing, MLM, and we are learning to leverage social media to build our business online the modern way. So we don't want to hassle anybody about our business. We don't want to convince anybody to buy anything off us. We want to leverage social media with attraction marketing strategies and have people ask us what it is that we're up to and, join us in our businesses. So there's all sorts of social media strategies that we can do to achieve that. So that's what we talk about 95% of the time. But there's one video at the beginning of every week that I talk about something to do with personal growth, personal development. That is today. It's one of my favorite days of the week, because this stuff is more important to you than anything. These words that I'm going to talk about today, if you don't have this, you're not going to be successful. I can teach you social media skills, but if you don't have the meaning of these two words that I'm going to talk about today down pat and take that on board, then you're not going to be successful. So it's all up here. It's all up here. How you think, whether you believe in yourself, whether you've got issues that hold you back, whether you've got that little voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, or you don't believe that you can be successful, that is what's going to stop you. So we need to control that little voice. We need to have really good self-belief, self-awareness, and continually work on ourselves to get where we want to go, because for the most part, we hold ourselves back. We can learn skills, but if you don't have it going on, then skills aren't going to help you. Okay, so how is everyone? Who have we got here? We've got Mel. How are you, Mel? Good to see you on. Heather. Hello, Helen Martin, Henry, and online crew. Hello, Heather. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Anybody that appears like that says Facebook user saying, hey, so hey to whoever that is. I'm broadcasting in two places. So I'm broadcasting live on my business page and also live in my free group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. Anybody can join there. Everyone's more than welcome over there. Now, if you're watching from the group, you need to give StreamYard permission. You only ever have to do it once, but you need to give StreamYard, which is the soft piece of software that I'm doing that I can do fancy things like that. You need to give them permission for me to see your little profile picture. So the very last link up the bottom, if you just click on that, you can do it while we're live. Then I'll be able to see your pretty little picture. And we've got another one. Hey, Helen, Henry, and everyone else. So just click on that link above, guys, just so we can see who you are. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Good to see you on. Hello, Matthew. Good to see you here. And we've got Olive. We've got Cynthia. Hello, Gloria. Susan, how are you? I was in Austin, Texas. I thought I was reading Australia then. It's like you were in Australia. I was in Austin, Texas for a workshop, now in Palm Springs, California. Very nice, Matthew. You're jet setting around everywhere. Sounds awesome. Hello, Michael. Good morning to you. Monday night for you, whoever that is. Just click that StreamYard link above. Olive's got the emojis going on, which the palm tree is our mascot for our community here. The fish is our mascot for the free group. The cruise ship is our mascot for my online crew coaching, which is my private coaching community. So members of that, put the cruise ship down. And Olive's anchored in. She's a life member of our online crew coaching community. So that's where we get really practical. And I help you, with more, rather than just learning stuff, we actually do stuff. And I go more in depth in my coaching community. High five, everyone, from Michael. We've got Melody. We got Monica. Seriously, I could just talk to you guys all day long. Hello, Mel. We've got Lani. How are you? Leilani, Selena, Judy and Bob. Everything you talk about is important. Oh, that's good. Glad to know that. Thank you, Judy and Bob, for your lovely words. Hello, Edith. I'm breaking up. Okay. Is that only for Judy and Bob, or am I breaking up for all of you? Can you let me know in the comments? Hopefully I'm not breaking up. Hello, Tammy. Matthew is feeling transformed. I now have clear focus. Beautiful sort of segue into today's topic if you're feeling like that. So let's get on. And okay, so I'm very clear for Olive. I'm good for Susan. So, who's saying that? hang on. Oh, I lost who it was. Someone saying, that's me, Lynn. I must need to go and give permission again. So sometimes StreamYard drops off people. So yeah, if I can't see you, just go and do it again. Tammy, not breaking up. I'm fine. Hey, Janice, how are you? Esther, okay, cool. So I think we're okay, Judy and Bob. If you've got issues, just go out and come back in again, and it might be a little bit better for you. So before I get on to the topic, and there's a couple of little words that are really important to you, just a couple of shout outs and a couple of updates. I'm not going live tomorrow, guys. There's generally about 3 reasons that I won't go live. One, I've got no internet. Makes it really hard to go live if you don't have internet. That happened last week when I was traveling. We didn't have internet coverage for me to go live. I'm on my deathbed, which doesn't happen very often. Like, I don't think I've not gone live because of illness or anything. I just come on sick generally. Or like tomorrow, I'm going to a funeral. So obviously there are some things that just need to take priority in life, and I will be attending a funeral at the time that I normally go live. So you've got a break from me tomorrow, guys. I'm not going live tomorrow because I will be attending a funeral. So thank you for your patience on that. It's something that's obviously very important and I need to be there. So that takes priority over going live tomorrow. So I will miss you guys, but I'll be back with bells on the day after. Okay. Couple of shout outs to new members in our coaching community. We've got Susan Dawson and Ashley Curran. Welcome, guys, to the coaching community. Excited to have you there, just in time for our reviews boot camp, which, because tomorrow I'm attending a funeral, has been pushed out one day. All of those details are in the coaching community in Unit 20. So those of you that are coaching community members and you want to participate in that reviews boot camp, get your page reviewed, your branding reviewed, your Facebook ad reviewed. There's so many of you that want stuff reviewed. I'll just probably have to go longer each day to get all your stuff reviewed, but I will not leave anyone behind. Okay, so that's all in Unit 20 in the coaching group for those of you in there. And the video challenge starts on the 30th, guys. That is creeping up on us. Well, creeping up on me. So I have the link above. It's free. It's for 21 days. I guide you with live video. I can't tell you how important live video has transformed my business, my network marketing business, my whole online presence. It enables me to grow a brand. It enables me to connect with beautiful people like yourselves. So you got to go live. You got to go regular. Well, you don't have to do anything. I would recommend you get really good at Facebook Live. So join us on the next video challenge. You just need to be in the group. Okay. So keep your eyes open in that group for details coming up for starting January the 20th. Okay. Let's get into it. So these 2 words that are the most critical words. I mean, there's lots of words that are important to your success in the online world, but if you don't have this, it's going to be really hard for you to be successful. And what I'm talking about there, did anyone guess it? did anyone guess the dots that, maybe no one looked that close enough, but I put the amount of dots to the actual words up in my description above. But what they are, I don't know if anyone sort of bothered to even work that out, but it's, and stay with me because this is boring. Like, this stuff's boring. Like, it's not exciting. And you go, oh, yeah, I've heard that before. But I want you to hear me out and, you know, the reasons that this is important. And you really need to look in the mirror with this one, guys, because I mentor students all the time and I hear all the excuses under the sun, and it's because they don't have this worked out. So those two words are all close, Matthew, but that doesn't quite fit the dashes. Matthew's put personal development. So close. It's in line with personal development, but it's all about self-responsibility. Self-responsibility. I know it's not sexy, guys. I know that's not exciting, but hear me out with self-responsibility. When we're a kid, other people take care of us. We've got other people to come to our rescue when we're sick or we're hurting or we need help with homework. We don't have to pay for anything because the parents do that generally. Like, we don't have a lot of responsibility as kids. Other people take the responsibility for where we go. We don't even drive ourselves anywhere as kids. The adults do that. So adults take that responsibility on for us. As we grow up, move through our teenage years, make choices as to what we want to do in life and whatever, this thing called self-responsibility grows. You have to grow with that. Apparently, the definition of being an adult is being self-responsible. And self-responsibility, it's your response to things. So your ability to respond to things. No one is coming to rescue you or to take that responsibility on your behalf. If you are not happy, your responsibility. If you're not successful, your responsibility. If you're not earning enough money, your responsibility. If you're not doing the things that you know you should be doing, self-responsibility. If your health is shot, self-responsibility. Everything revolves around self-responsibility. Now, as a mentor to a lot of students, I hear all the excuses under the sun why they haven't done their action item from 1 month to the other. I got busy. The in-laws came into town. We had Christmas. I went away. I wasn't feeling well. I got sick. You name it, whatever. They're all excuses. Your brain will help you make excuses for why you haven't done the things that you've done. But look at here and now. Where are you? Where are you at? Where are you at right now? And you have to take 100% self-responsibility for where you are at right now. All your choices leading up in your life to now are your choices. Are they good choices? Are they bad choices? Are you holding yourself back? Does your little voice in your head hold you back from the things that you know you want in life? It's all about self-responsibility. And I want to give you 5 things to think about around this, because no one's coming to save you, guys. We're adults now. Well, really, anybody watching this video should be an adult. And you have to save yourself, because no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to hand you on a silver platter the $1 million that you're striving for or whatever you're striving for. No one's going to hand you perfect health. No one's going to hand you happiness. It all comes down to you. Self-responsibility in all areas. So if you want to be healthier, it comes down to you. You want to have a better business, it comes down to you. If you want to have better finances, it all comes down to you. It all comes down to this self-responsibility. But you know what happens? Your brain does not serve you well sometimes. Because if you've listened to me for any length of time, you would know that I say over and over again, and this is science. This is not me. This is science. Your brain is there to protect you, and so it keeps you safe. So when you're uncomfortable, you don't want to do uncomfortable things, your brain tells me it's okay. You don't need to do that, Helen, because that feels bad. You don't need to do that, Helen, because that doesn't make you feel comfortable. So your brain can talk you into things being okay when you know it's not okay. You know you're holding yourself back. So you have to work on this stuff here, guys, because your brain actually doesn't serve you well sometimes unless you teach it and train it to serve you well. Does that make sense? Okay. Yep, Laurie, no one is coming to rescue you. No one. It's up to you. No one else can make you happy. People think other things can make them happy. People think material things make them happy. People think the right partner, the husband, the best friend, whatever, make them happy. To a certain degree, certain things can make you happy, but happiness comes from the inside. It's how you feel. It's not, this or the diamond ring or whatever. That doesn't make me feel happy. It might give me a bit of pleasure, but it all comes from the inside. You're the only one that can change the outcomes in your lives. So let's have a look at 5 different things to think about, okay? I've got my notes here. Okay. And yes, Matthew, you have to get into your uncomfortable zone, because no one gets major progress in their life by being comfortable. No one. You don't, when you sit on the couch, you watch TV, you eat your potato chips and feel sorry for yourself, and you're not pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and you're sitting in your PJs feeling comfortable, you're not going to, reach your goals and dreams. So here's 5 things to think about, okay? Here and now. Show up here and now. What's happening here and now? Look in the mirror here and now. Not yesterday, not your past, what you think you've been hard done by, not what you want in the future, here and now. Take responsibility for where you are at right now. Look in the mirror now, today. Where are you at? Where are your finances? How's your business? How's your health? How's your relationships? How are you feeling? Check-in, self-responsibility. Where are you at right now? Forget the past or the future. Check in right now. What's going on for you? And do you need to change some things? So get present and take some responsibility for it. If you're not where you're at, take responsibility for it. If you don't feel good, if you feel really unhealthy and, just not feeling good about yourself, take self-responsibility for it and do something about it. Check in now, right now, today. Where are you sitting with yourself? Finances, health, relationships, money, all of that. You have to take that self-responsibility of where you're at right now, because you caused it. A lot of people will say other things caused it. They did this to me. This has happened to me because this is, there are some things you can't control. I will recognize that. So it's not all as it seems sometimes, but a lot of the times it's not circumstantial stuff that makes the difference. You've got to take control of it. So check in here and now and be responsible for where you're at today, okay, and what you're doing and the choices that you are making. And if you are not making healthy choices, change it. Make the choice to change it. Everything is choices. You either choose to be miserable, you choose to stay where you're at, you choose to stay really unhealthy, or you make a choice to get out of it. Self-responsibility. It's not anyone else's job. No one's coming to rescue you. It's up to you 100% of the time. So take responsibility. It's not other people's jobs to solve your problems. I get people all the time in my communities that just shoot me off questions. I can't do this. How do I do this? Whatever. There's no self-responsibility in finding out the answer for themselves, or, being a little bit resourceful on what they can do. Just you solve it for me. We can't do that in the online world. You've got to take self-responsibility for learning new skills. Other people can't solve your problems. They can help you, but you got to solve them yourself. Okay, so that's number 1. 2, honesty. So really, when you get those thoughts that come in, it's okay. It's okay. And sometimes it is okay. I was talking to a student just before this call. And that you don't know who they are, so it's okay to talk about, but they just lost their job completely out of the blue. So just got, basically redundant jobs gone, and like complete shock. So they lost their mojo for a week. So as I said to them, it's okay. It's a huge thing in your life. Allow that to be okay. Don't beat yourself up for what you haven't done in the last week. You need to allow yourself to deal with that. But now let's get back on the wagon. You make a choice to stay there and be miserable, which this person isn't. They've made the choice. No, I need to get back on the wagon and get back on track. So things are going to happen that are going to throw you. That's life. That's okay. Allow that and don't beat yourself up about it. But when you stay there, you're making a choice to stay there. If you're miserable, you're making a choice to stay there. So self-responsibility, choices, self-responsibility. It's all up to you. It's not up to anybody else. It's up to you. Okay, so honesty. Be really honest with yourself. Don't give in to your excuses, because your brain will give them to you. Absolutely, your brain will give you all those excuses to make it okay for what you haven't done. Be honest with yourself. And when you feel the excuses coming in, be, honest enough to say, oh, no, I'm kidding myself. Like, I need to do better. I need to make better choices, that kind of stuff. Yes, Jackie, we need to move on, move forward, those kind of things. So it's okay when things go wrong, just don't stay there. Okay. So that's number 2, being completely honest with yourself. Number 3, be open. It really peeves me when people in this industry, when you expect people to be open about looking at your business, you're not open yourself to online opportunities, training that might help you get better skills, all that kind of stuff. It amazes me how many people in this industry, when you want people to be open to look at your stuff, you're not open to looking at new learnings, new trainings, new things that would help you. So it just blows my mind, the excuses that I get about things, and people aren't open to things, and yet you expect people to be open about your business. So to solve problems, to be resourceful and to take self-responsibility, you need to be really open about life in general. People, life, don't come from a place of scarcity, come from a place of abundance and love and openness and whatever, and opportunities will come your way. So it's really, really interesting how this whole self-responsibility will not work for you when you're closed. You won't see solutions for your problems. You won't see things that are right in front of you that you could take advantage of that could actually move your business forward or move you forward or all those kind of things. You won't see those kind of things in front of you if you've got a closed mindset. So even if you don't agree with something, like if I don't agree with something somebody tells me, I don't get into an argument with them. It's like, well, we all have our own opinions and I don't actually agree. But thanks for your point of view. I'll consider that. So how you handle disagreements, how you handle different points of view, like, are you open, or are you one of those people that's just, nah, that's the way it is, that's me, and you're black and white? Please don't live your life being black and white. Consider other people's perspectives, consider different learnings, consider different trainings, consider different mentors, just consider, be open. It will help you being self-responsible because you'll see things when you're open. When you're closed-minded, you will miss opportunities right smack bang in front of your face. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so being open is number 3. Number 4, shed the ego. Life isn't about you. You might think it is, and you have to look after number 1, but life isn't about you. It's about other people, especially in the online world. When you wake up and want to go live and say, who do I inspire today? And you make it about other people, you just want to give value to the world and stuff like that, then your business will flourish, you will flourish, people will flock to you, being that open person that gives value. When we've got ego, it's all about you. If you're scared to do Facebook Lives, show up, you have huge self-doubts, huge fear, lack of self-belief or whatever, that's all ego. That's all about you. And you need to work towards opening all of that up. Ego is going to get in your way. Ego is going to get you concentrating on the wrong things. Ego is going to have you concentrating on you. It's all about you. Oh, they're not doing this. I don't know if I like what they're doing. Who cares about what they're doing? You're making that about you. You've got an issue with it. They don't have an issue with it. So when you're concentrating a lot on other people, they haven't done that. My upline hasn't given me support. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. They haven't done this for me. That's not self-responsibility. No one else is coming to rescue you. Don't rely on an upline, even a mentor. A mentor can guide you, but you've got to do the work. A mentor isn't going to solve all your problems. A coach isn't going to solve your problems. An upline isn't going to solve all your problems. You've got to solve your problems. So we need to get rid of the ego. Okay, if you've got a bit of ego. Ego it comes in all sorts of shapes and forms, but if you come from a place of scarcity, that's ego. Okay, so abundance, openness, seeing opportunities, being realistic about where you're at, being honest and open, all those kind of things, okay? And the last one, critically important, you need to have a rock solid commitment to your growth and whatever your plan is. rock solid commitment to you growing as a person, as a human being, and to your business, whatever that is. Okay, and you don't sway from that. So even things like going live, Facebook Live, you come in and out of it. Maybe you do it one week, you don't do it the next week, stuff like that. Like if you're serious about building a business online, you need to regularly go live. Well, I'll say again, you don't need to do anything. I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you want to have a successful business online, then I suggest and recommend that you have consistency and show up when you don't feel like it. I do that all the time. So I may not feel like going live, I'll always go live. Very rare for me though, because I love going live. I love talking to you guys. It's just something that I love to do. So sometimes I'll come on here and I've got a blinding headache. Sometimes I'll tell you, sometimes I don't, but I still show up. Consistency and a rock solid commitment to you as a person and a plan for your business. If you don't plan, then you're just planning to fail. Planning, knowing, working what you need, what's working well, what's working well, what can I do differently? They are questions you should ask yourself every single day. So what's working, what's not working, what can I do differently tomorrow? What can I do differently next week? How can I plan for next week? When you're not planning, just things don't get done because life gets in the way. Your kids get in the way, your rallies get in the way, the email gets in the way, Facebook gets in the way. When you're not planning your time and being really deliberate and taking self-responsibility for whether it's exercise or food or, doing proper food shopping or planning your week ahead or whatever it is, unless you're planning for yourself, everyone else will plan for you. Life will get taken away by other distractions because that's what life is. It's full of distractions, especially in the social media world. How many times have you gone to Facebook to do something and then 20 minutes later you've been distracted by something else and I'm going, what did I even come here for? I do that too, okay? I'm not perfect. But, those kind of distractions, plan and have a really, really solid commitment to what you need. But you can only do that when you honestly look in the mirror and take full responsibility for where you're at today. And don't beat yourself up for what hasn't happened for the last 6 months or the last year. It's gone. It's not worth your brain space worrying about what hasn't happened. Make a commitment today. Okay, that's the past. I can't change that. There's no use dwelling on that. Some of you may have a really checkered past. Some of you may have a really horrible past. Some of you may have been in terrible family, personal situations from your past. It doesn't need to define your future. So let it go. Look in the mirror today. Where am I at? Am I at the fitness I want? Am I healthy? Is my business where I want it to be? Are my finances where I want it to be? No, and no. Okay, what am I going to do about it? Self-responsibility. No one is coming to save you to change those things. You are the only one that can do anything about it. And remember, your brain is wired to keep you safe. So your brain will give you whatever excuses you feed yourself to make it okay to do the things, to make it okay to say that that's okay for the things that you haven't done, because that's what your brain is designed to do. So have a really high level of awareness about all of that, because you can just coast through life. Do you guys want to coast through life? Do you want to struggle to pay the bills every month? Do you want to have more bills every month than money coming in? Like, is that the way you want to live your life? If that's where you are, when you have an honest look in the mirror about where you are and it's not what you want or it's not what you see for yourself or you ever saw for yourself, self-responsibility is the only thing that's going to get you out of it, because no one's coming to save you. It's your choices. You got to pull your finger out and do something about it if there's areas in your life you're not happy about. All of us, me included, there's areas in my life that I've let myself down. Maybe health and exercise is a big one for me. I used to basically be a gym junkie. Yes, I still teach a class at the gym every Monday morning, and I love that class. I have so much fun with can you imagine me on stage with a microphone and we have a hoot. It's so much fun. But sometimes that's the only exercise I do like a week. Like as a fitness instructor, I shouldn't say that out loud. I've just said it out loud on social media. There's things that I need to get back on track because I'm always working, but that's because my commitment is to you guys and my coaching community and everything and the students that I mentor. Like there's so many things that I do, but that's my problem to work out. But that's self-responsibility. I don't blame anyone else for where I'm at in my health, my finances, my business, or whatever. It's up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. Write it down and put it on your mirrors, guys. Write it down and put it in your bathroom mirror. Put it on your computer. If it is to be, it is up to me. No one's coming to save you. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Raina, there are bad times. It is so hard sometimes to show up, but it has to be done. Thanks for the reminder, Helen. And that's why I say there are going to be things in life that are thrown at you that are not good. There's going to be bad times. That could be related to money. It could be related to people, people passing away, whatever it is, family things. That'll never stop. No matter how positive you are, no matter how happy you are, no matter how much self-responsibility you have, there's always going to be bad things that come up. That's okay. And allow yourself to deal with those in the best way that you can. But you can't hang on to those things, because then you're just letting it hold you back. You're letting it hold you back from greatness. You're letting it hold you back from happiness. You're letting it holding you back from building the business that you know you want to build. And that's a choice. It's self-responsibility. So we have to sometimes put our big girl pants on or big boy pants up and go, yeah, that sucked. It's not what I wanted for myself, or it's not what I expected to happen, but it is what it is. I can't change it, but I can change what I do now and moving forward. So that's your choice. So we've got to make those choices. Okay. Sometimes we just have to make tough choices. Okay. Matthew, I want to give the best I can for people. And when we come from a place of wanting more for other people than we want from ourselves, I mean, yes, you have to take responsibility and look after yourself. But, when it's all about us, then that's all about the ego. You'll never build a successful business when you're full of ego and you're closed-minded and you're not taking responsibility for where you're at right now. It's almost impossible. To be successful when you don't take that responsibility on. So sometimes we do need to look in the mirror and just reassess where we're at. Lynn, not at all where I want to be. And most people will be in those shoes, Lynn. It'd be very rare if someone said, I'm exactly where I want to be in my health, my finances, my business, and every area of my life. Everybody's got something, if not multiple things. And that's okay. But you've made choices up until this point, but how you move forward is up to you. So change the choices. Make different choices to get where you want to go. Okay? Have to let it go. Yep. Suzanne, thank you for the reminder, Helen. It is indeed a conscious effort to get on track with so many things in my life. And, I pick up on those words. It is a conscious effort. Most of us live our life by life happening to us, not us leading our life. Majority of people walking the planet, life is happening to them. They're not planning their life, but you're in control. You're in the driver's seat. You can make things happen for you if you take self-responsibility to make it happen. Things just don't, we just don't suddenly get really healthy and fit. We got to work towards it. Famous sports people don't just suddenly get really good at sport. They work hard at it. Successful entrepreneurs don't just get there. They work hard at it, and they've made sacrifices and made multiple self-responsibility decisions along the way. You want it, you got to go after it, because no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to hand it to you on a silver platter. So there is nothing more important in this entrepreneurial world than self-responsibility. So don't give in to your excuses, and look at those 5 things that I've mentioned in this video and take a real good check-in, because no algorithm hack, no funnel, no Facebook ad is going to make you successful. This stuff does. This is everything in your journey in being successful. Online, health, finances, whatever. It's how you move through life. Not a Facebook funnel, Facebook ad, business page, branding message, any of that kind of stuff. It all comes down to you. So make wise choices, guys. I know you can do it. The reason why I talk about this once a week, because if you don't have this, you don't have anything. You'll self-sabotage yourself. You get some success that you didn't expect. You'll self-sabotage yourself because you're still not taking self-responsibility. Okay, so we just got to be really, really mindful and aware of this kind of stuff and check in with ourselves. Where am I at? Have I got ego around this? Do I need to let go of that? Am I worried too much about other people rather than myself? Do you know how many people are so focused on what other people do or don't do? Who cares? Worry about yourself. Take self-responsibility for where you're at and what changes you can make for you. And when you make changes that make you more confident and happier and you're moving in the right direction, and don't expect here to here overnight, baby steps, but plan for it. Take responsibility and plan for it, and you will grow. And when you grow, you'll achieve things that you never thought you'd achieve, and it just all blossoms from there. But you're in the driver's seat, guys. No one can do that for you. Okay? Yes, Judy and Bub. Life doesn't happen to us. We happen to life. And that's the way we need to think. Gloria, I learned to shut off automatic pilot on my life last year. It was time to buckle down. And, you know, that's a really good point, Gloria, because that's where most people are at. They're on autopilot. And you don't even realize life is ruling your life. Facebook is taking over. Email is taking over. Are you one of those people that wake up first thing in the morning and you go to your phone? And then suddenly that has taken over. What I do this all the time. I still do this. Is I look at my phone, because a lot of you guys, you're awake when I'm sleeping. So I wake up to a lot of messages. And I often look at my phone before I do anything else. And I'm shocked. Like 2 hours later, I'm like, man, I haven't done what I needed to do. Because this thing has buggered me up for hours. So I'm letting that control. And then I haven't done my exercise for the morning. So that's my self-responsibility. I need to value myself more to go, no, I'm not opening my phone until I've done some exercise. Like, that's my crap to work out, which I still work through. But it's self-responsibility. I can't blame that. It's my choice. I chose to pick up the phone rather than put my shoes on and go down. I've got a gym downstairs, guys. Like, it's literally underneath this floor and I still can't get there. Like, my problem, self-responsibility. I can't blame anybody else for that than me. Okay, you get what I mean? Okay, I need to stop talking. Yvonne, thanks for the ongoing inspiration. Good to hear that that's the way that you see it. When you change for the better, things come out great. Yeah, but it requires sometimes changes that are uncomfortable. Okay. Laurie knows exactly what I'm talking about because she's thrown my morning helping her. But all good, Laurie. It's all good. Don't worry about that. That's funny. No problems there at all, Laurie. Okay, I need to stop talking again. So just remember, I'm not going live tomorrow because I will be attending a funeral. I'll be back in full force the next day. And the next day, online crew coaching community members, we've got a powerful boot camp. Just remember, it's running by Zoom, not Facebook Live. So just check Unit 20. Check all the details in Unit 20. That's going to be a really powerful boot camp where I'm reviewing pages and branding and Facebook ads and all that kind of stuff. And remember, the video challenge is coming up on January the 30th. The link to that and it's free, so get in there. So you guys, I don't know if you know how much I appreciate you guys. Like, I truly, truly do. I love the fact that you put comments down and that you're here. And I truly hope that this message, even if there's one little thing that you can take from that and it helps you think about something a little bit differently, I will be happy, because this stuff is so, so, so important. So sorry for keeping you here so long, but I think it's an important topic and really important for all of us to talk about, because we want to set you up to win. Don't we? We don't want to go through and work so hard in life to not get any gains out of it. We want to be healthy. We want to be successful. We want to earn more money. So it's, but we've got to take self-responsibility to work towards that for ourselves and not get distracted by messages and Facebook and email and stuff like that. So you guys are awesome. Truly, truly appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you the day after next. So you get a day's break from me tomorrow, but I really look forward to seeing you, in a couple of days' time. Okay, you have a great evening, day, whatever part of the world that you are from, and I'll see you then. Okay, see you guys. Bye.